Research shows technology has created more jobs than it has destroyed. The growth of jobs in the creative, care, tech and business service industries have more than offset the loss of jobs in the agricultural and manufacturing sectors. Senior Special Assistant to the President on Job Creation, Afolabi Imokwede, joins us on the show to discuss how government intends to create jobs through technology.
Tell me, what is government's plan as regards using technology to create jobs?
Very interesting. Thank you very much. Clearly, you know, job creation is a major topic in Nigeria at the moment. It's obviously, I think, right after security and anti-corruption, job creation obviously becomes the next major topic. But clearly, it's a challenge the government has taken on board. And in doing that, we've looked at priority sectors, and for which ICT is clearly one of those sectors. ICT is key for us because we know the role of technology in liberalizing economies, the role of technology in transforming economies. So it's a very clear-cut area of focus for us, and the strategies, they cut across. Part of it is, of course, the Ministry of Communications is there with their various agencies, from NIPDA to the Office of Innovation and Entrepreneurship, and they've rolled out quite a few programs from the Startup Friday, Startup Clinic, just trying to galvanize the tech ecosystem in Nigeria.
But these programs are mostly in Abuja for now.
Now, so what it is Lagos, it's organic. What has happened in Lagos, especially in the last 6 years, with the advent of the CC Hub, the Co-Creation Hub, that ecosystem is already growing organically, and the federal government obviously recognizes that, and there's a lot of support going in that direction, even with the Complementary Ideas Hub just next to the Co-Creation Hub. But Abuja clearly has been, there's not been much focus for a defined tech ecosystem in Abuja. So the first thing that the ministry, through the OIIE, the Office of Innovation and Entrepreneurship in Technology, did was to then try to define that space through the Startup Clinic, Startup Fridays, and of course, there's the Inspire Hub that also tries to do a lot of incubation programs. So that's what that is. But that will not be, as a federal ministry, the goal is really to see how it can be replicated. And complementing them is the work that we are doing out of the Office of the Vice President, for ICT. And like you've heard the Vice President mention a few times, that we'll be working with the Ministry of Communications to ensure that we have 6 regional hubs, at least one in each of the 6 geopolitical zones. And what that does is it begins to help to stamp the tech ecosystems in those regions.
Are these staff that will operate these hubs, are they going to be civil servants, or they're going to be private individuals under a holding company? How is it going to play out? I ask because I was with a couple of startups a few days ago who work out of Idea Hub. They're complaining that Idea is dying, no water, no internet. So what would make these 6 regional hubs and 2 super hubs different?
So one of the first things we're doing is, and just a few days ago, we've had meetings even with the operators of the Ideas Hub, is to take the lessons learned from that hub. And I think some of the things you've just said is part of the lessons we are bringing on board. And we know many times that the private sector many times better managers and operators. So that lesson is definitely brought on board. The other reason, just like I said earlier, is again getting the tertiary ecosystem to be a party to this. So whatever you cite within that ecosystem, you can be sure of clear sustainability, because that's what there is. You've got the necessary raw materials, from the human capital to the resources to the students to the faculty to support anything you want to do in that area.
Experts say that poor funding in the tech industry is the cause of the snail speed in research and development.
Many people in the industry aren't exactly happy with the fact that the technology space was just given very few billions, which makes us wonder how you're going to create 6 regional hubs and then two super hubs, and then fund them, and then also probably have funding for the startups. Falabi, convince us, how is that going to play out?
I think the first thing first is Nigerians are all aware about the financial situation and the declining revenues. We've been mono economy based on oil, so the declining revenues and all that the government is trying to do now with the little funds that we have to do so much. So it's about prioritization, and I think so technology is not being left out, because like I said earlier, technology is an enabler. So even within whatever has been voted for agri or for any of these other sectors.
Yeah, but are they seeing that?
Oh yes, we all understand that. I mean, so it's one voice. We all understand the role of ICT the role of ICT across sector, and that's really the essence of the regional hubs. So we've called them regional hubs not because they're just being placed in regions, but also understanding that they are innovation hubs using technology that will be aligned with the economy of that region. So innovation hubs in those regions will mop up those competitive advantage and focus. So with that tells you that you get a lot of complementary budget, both from federal, both from state, and then of course don't forget the private sector.
All right, I remember the first time we met a couple of months ago.
Yes.
I told you that I personally believe that the only way to get our youths working and employed is through digital jobs.
Yes.
Instead of giving them 5,000 naira stipend or whatever, why not teach them soft skills and get them online, get them to places like Freelancer, Odesk, Upwork, to go and find digital jobs?
Oh wow, wonderful. And that's exactly what we're doing. So you just read our template. So let me first correct that there is no 5,000 naira for unemployed youths. And I think I want to use this medium for media to help us in correcting
that. What have we been hearing?
No. So we've said it consistently. The Minister of Information and everyone has consistently said there is no 5,000 for unemployed youth. The 5,000 is a conditional cash transfers to the very poor, to the aged, to widows, aged,
so no youths.
But no youths. What we have for the youths is job creation. And job creation in the 500,000 teaching assistant,
which is your unit.
Yes, the teacher call. What we've also got for the unit, for the youth, is the 100,000 non-graduate Build Nigeria program. Within that Build Nigeria, we've got 25,000 of those 100,000 beneficiary target for the technology space, which is actually digital jobs. And what we'll be doing there is actually training them on programming, training them on software engineering, training them on hardware repairs, assembly and repairs, and also training them on graphics, illustration, animation. And the whole goal at the end of the day is for them to be able to become freelancers on internet-based jobs like Odex, like you just mentioned.
One of the challenges that I've heard people talk about all the time is the fact that there are not enough technical skills to deal with all these innovations. How would that play out for your project?
Skills, for me, it's a greater challenge than even funding. And all that we're trying to do with the little that we have is really to see how we can use the little we have to ramp up, the skills level and the skill set of Nigerians. So for us, it's really about employability. It's really about building their entrepreneurial capabilities, which I believe it's very natural to an average Nigerian. And in doing that, therefore, all we're also doing is to mop up all that is happening within us. Very, very recently, we worked with we partnered with the Ministry of Communications to launch the Ventures platform in Abuja, which is, like I also said earlier, part of defining and expanding, that tech ecosystem in Abuja. And they will be focusing a lot of training, mentoring, incubation, demo days, really just looking to stimulate innovation and creativity among young people, not only in Abuja, but even from all around Africa. So we're told it's a Pan-African initiative. I'm excited about what's happening in Abuja. I'm excited about what's already going on in Lagos. I'm one of those that have said we shouldn't celebrate Lagos as though it has arrived. It's actually just starting. It's a journey to becoming Silicon Valley, but we're happy about one thing. I mean, the Honorable Minister recently just got back from a trip to Silicon Valley, and the news he brought back for us is very encouraging, that even they are looking to come here, and come and really work with us to harness what the raw talent that we have here. So it's an exciting time for the technology industry. I'm sure that by the time we're done, you will praise the initiatives of this government.
Okay, Afolabi, I tell you something. Let's do this again in 6 months.
Yes.
And by then, we'll
have
see
some
how
case
far
studies.
you've gone.
Well, some very good case studies. I promise you that.
Okay, thank you for being on Tech Trends today.
Thanks, CFA.
And all the best.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.